Hi, 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 everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for our weekly track roundup where I go over what I felt were the best and the worst tracks of the week. Before we get into that, of course, I have to talk about the good people over at SeatGeek, who are our sponsor in this video. If you don't know SeatGeek, they are an app that aggregates tickets to live events from all over the web to make ticket buying simple. They put a 0 to 100 score on a seat or a ticket to let you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad one, green being good, red being bad. And their in-app view from Seat lets you know exactly where you're going to be sitting. Enter code DROP to get $20. That's D-R-O-P to get $20 off your first order. Click the link in the description for more info and to download the app. Cool? Cool. All right. Let's get into the worst tracks of the week then. Again, more info and everything down there in the description box. Bam. Weekly track roundup. Bam. Bam. All right. Ahem. 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 Let me clear my throat. All right, our Amazon and Turntable Lab links are also down there in the description box if you feel free to hit those up, treat yourself. And here are the worst tracks of the week. Oh my God, here they come. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Okay. One Track Mind, new track from 30 Seconds to Mars featuring A$AP Rocky. A really awful, terrible, washed out, modern pop/rock song. Are they even a rock band at this point? Nothing in the instrumental sounded vaguely like a rock song. It just sounded like overly moody, super atmospheric, awful, tasteless, crappy, trashy, like millennial depressed pop. So I don't know. There's really nothing about it that sounded good. Just sounded like generic sad pap. So let's move on to something else. Sadly, did not enjoy the new Preoccupation single at all. This new track being titled Disarray. Honestly, almost everything I've been hearing since the release of their last album, which I enjoyed quite a bit, just kind of sounds like really, I don't know, bland, way too reverby, generic post-punk. Doesn't even sound vaguely experimental or interesting or jagged in the way the group's past material has, under different names as well. New Casey Musgraves track. Many of you probably know Casey as a country artist, but she has essentially tried her hand here at like writing a little disco pop. And yeah, God, is it dime a dozen and forgettable and just so non-important. It's pretty forgettable. I'll say that. And this group that's been making some waves recently, DMAs, a group from Down Under, I believe, who have a bit of an old school Britpop sound. Problem being that that sound is incredibly tired at this point, and they bring absolutely nothing to the table in terms of like, hey, here's a different sound or a little bit of a, I don't know, an experimental edge in it, or this is what makes us sound different than every other group that popularized that sound during the 90s. Literally nothing. Literally nothing. It's pretty much 100% an exercise in nostalgia, this song being titled For Now. And I don't know, if you're a Britpop addict, then maybe give it a shot. But don't be surprised if you find nothing distinct about it at all. So those are the worst tracks of the week. Let's get into the songs that I felt were okay. Wasn't crazy about them, but certainly wanted to shout them out. You guys might dig them a little bit more than me. This new track from a new signee on Sub Pop Records, You Know, I believe is how this person's name is pronounced. Given that I have a segment on the channel called Why You Know Review, that I have an urge to say Why You Know, but of course that's probably not how this artist's name is said. But You Know, the track is titled No Going Back, and even though this track came out in March, it is pure, blissful, summery indie pop, and not really in a kind of a cheap, awful way. There are some quirky bits or sort of characteristics of the instrumental. The voice is very high-pitched and, again, summery, bright, shimmering. I guess the word I'm looking for is orgasmically heavenly. I'll just kind of leave it at that. Again, pure summery indie pop there, and it's not a bad track. You know, I prefer things a little bit edgier, but it's a pretty sweet tune. Moving on from there, new Unknown Mortal Orchestra track, Everyone Acts Crazy Nowadays. And unfortunately, a lot of what I've been hearing from this forthcoming record is, while it is funky and psychedelic, it's very kind of faint and super low-key, and I'm just not really being hooked in by it. Maybe it's something that's going to wow me when I hear the entire record, but so far, this new crop of tracks from UMO is just coming off really, really mild and not in the best way. Moving on from there, you might have caught lately that a series of covers have been dropping in celebration of Elton John, like a new covers project that's going to be releasing very soon. And this latest one with Q-Tip featuring Demi Lovato is not too bad. Sure, it's a little overproduced, a little clean, it's whatever, but it's catchy, it's sweet, and it's a nice revision of the track Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Moving on from there, we have Let's Eat Grandma, a new up-and-coming kind of experimental and art pop duo. The instrumental on this one is kind of intricate. It's really overblown in some ways, but I do dig the vocals on it quite a bit. It's got kind of an eccentric angle to it. It's very rich. I guess I'll put it that way. Maybe too rich in some respects, but as far as the instrumentation, the layers, the melodies, it's very rich. It's very colorful. Next, this new track from frickin' Ice Age, forthcoming record. I really don't have any clue as to why they would drop this track out of the blue, because it's not much of a single. It's not much of a teaser track. It just kind of seems like a very low-key, one-off, deep cut type song that might work as like I don't know, an interlude in between two more exciting cuts. Just kind of seems like a non-starter of a ballad, and it's got nowhere near as much bite in terms of instrumentation or performance as every other song that's been dropped so far. I mean, it's not terrible, it's listenable, but it's not really attractive as a teaser cut, in my opinion. Moving on from there, Lil Pump has dropped a new Gucci Gang remix with everyone and their mom on it. 21 Savage, Bad Bunny, like you can see the cover over here. Everybody is on this freaking song. Gucci Mane's on the track. Everybody is on this remix. It's 8 minutes long. While it's cool that this happened, I don't know if I ever really needed 8 minutes of Gucci Gang in my life. I do like the track. I thought it was going to be a hit when I first heard it. Didn't know why it wasn't a hit already. And I still enjoy Lil Pump, but again, 8 minutes of Gucci Gang, it's a little excessive. It's a little excessive, but hey, everybody does their thing. Everybody does their thing on the track. So, moving on from there, Christian Fitness has a new song out. Christian Fitness, Falco, formerly The Future of the Left, McCluskey. You know, if you're a noise rock fan, post-hardcore fan, you probably know what I'm talking about over here. He has a new record coming out very soon. Apparently this track, Fan Base Only Song, is the opening cut of the record. It's a little short, but it hits hard. It's got some very cheeky, fun lead vocals. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. And the production on Christian Fitness, I will say, is improving. It's been a little rough in the past, but it's getting better. Moving on to the best tracks of the week. The first one that I want to mention here is a song that blew my mind pretty early in the week. The Zilla, Kami, Sosmula, Thrax. I don't know who these boys are. I've never heard of them before. Never heard of any of these guys. Looked up their social media and everything. Seems like, you know, the following is relatively underground so far. They're yet to hit the mainstream, but they have this new track out on World Star Hip Hop, and it's the most off the fucking wall thing I've heard all week. It's like the most crazy, aggressive, just like in your face trap music, taking it back to like some early 6ix9ine stuff, to Scar Lord, that sort of thing. You know, it's almost like trap music's answer to nu metal. Yeah, sure, in some respects, it's a little overdone, it's a little bombastic, it's a little corny, but hey, it hits hard, it's exciting. It's like, like it really is over the top. It really is blood pumping. So I don't know. I kind of love that about it, and I don't know. Hopefully they keep the bangers coming. Moving on from there, shout out to Tabby, fellow YouTuber, music reviewer, music reactor. He has a new remix of the track Das Cap from Lil Yachty's latest project, Little Boat 2, which all y'all are underrating. You are underrating Little Boat 2, okay? I've been getting shit for 2 weeks now. Anthony, you suck. Little Boat 2 sucks. It's not that good. You're underrating it. You're underrating it. And Das Cap is one of the best songs on it. And Tabby obviously saw some potential there. Did a sweet little remix. Obviously, he is a more technical rapper than Lil Yachty right off the intro to the song all the way through. So, you know, expect that. And he's got, you know, an eccentric little delivery, too. Shout out to Tabby. He's a nice boy. He's a nice boy. I hear he has good table manners. So if that's not a good reason to listen to a rapper, I don't know what is. All right, moving on from there, Royce da 5'9" has a new track, a new single out featuring J. Cole, Bablo Boat. It's a little bit of a dark, nostalgic track, kind of going back into both artists' past. And it's just kind of like a series of sad, depressing, very telling confessional memories. Good, smooth, jazzy instrumental, and just quality song all around. These two, have these two collaborated before on a track? Because honestly, if they haven't, it's long overdue. And I'm glad it came out good. So give this track a shot. Next, Rico Nasty, Trust Issues. This track's a banger. Oh, God, it's a banger. Oh, I like it so much. Oh, it's such a nice banger. Rico Nasty, if you didn't know, as far as like this new wave of very aggressive underground rap artists go, she is one of the most wild and aggressive and just wow. She got like, she's just, I know I keep saying this lately, but she's just off the wall. She's off the freaking wall. She's in the red. And she just got a lot of personality just bursting through the mic, through this music video as well that the song is attached to. Make sure to give it a listen. It's a good song. It's catchy. It's not deep or anything, but you know, she's got some fun bars on there. A few more tracks left, I think. We have this new track from Flatbush Zombies, Vacation in Hell, new record coming out very soon. This new song, You and I, featuring Dia, or Dia, I hope I'm not pronouncing that correctly, is an incredible little single. Not going to spoil too much about it, but production is great. Vocal chemistry between these guys, fantastic. Definitely has my mouth watering more than anything that was on their last commercial record. I don't know what it was exactly about that album where it sort of seemed like there was a bit of a rough transition between doing a commercial project and their mixtapes before were more superior in my opinion. However, this new track over here seems like that raw and more intricate Flatbush Zombies that we've known in the mixtape era sort of coming to commercial fruition. So I'm kind of excited about that. Loving the track. It's a good one. Next, Czarface and MF Doom. They have a new collaborative record coming out very soon. This new track over here titled Bomb Throne is excellent. Great production. Doom and Czarface do their thing. Why am I so coughed up over here? Why do I have so much phlegm in my throat? Ugh, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Moving on from there, a producer who I caught over at Tiny Mixtapes, thank you very much for that, has a new track out coming on a various artist compilation on his Jazz record label. It's not his label, but the label that he is on. The name of this guy is Botany, and Tous les Jours is the name of this track. It's got some pretty fun samples. It's a danceable song. It's got some driving kick drums and a funky beat, and just all around some very solid creative production that has caught my ear. And now I'm gonna be on the lookout for this guy because it seems like he's got some good stuff going. And make sure once you get more info about this, check out that various artist comp too, because who knows, this could be the tip of the iceberg for the record label. Maybe they got some more creative stuff on there. And I got to shout out Blockboy JB for this revision of the song Rover 2.0 featuring 21 Savage. It doesn't seem like too much instrumentally, but Blockboy and 21 Savage are just animalistic on the track. I guess Blockboy is. 21 Savage is, more his cold-blooded style, but it works. They kind of complement each other well because they just have separate energy levels and vibes. 21 Savage, for me, he's a great feature. He brings in a totally different vibe and tone than most other rappers and artists, and again, super dark, super cold-blooded. It does take me a while to get acclimated to a song when it's just him, but when you have somebody who is at Blockboy's energy level coming through and just providing some counterpoint to that, it does provide a good balance. So, excuse me. What was before a song that didn't really stop me in my tracks, didn't really feel like much, now has like some tighter, flashier, I guess kind of rhythmic fills, and again, that 21 Savage feature I think adds a lot, so it's a nice little revision, remix 2.0. And that's it for the weekly track roundup, guys. All of those tracks, all of those songs are linked down there in the description box. Check those out. Along with, again, the link to download the SeatGeek app. More information on that in the description box. And again, promo code DROP, $20 off. You're the best. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Over here next to my head is some other video that you can check out. Love you, love you, love you. Forever.